Hey guys, I'm Julia. I'm one of your teen services librarians over at the main library on Goodwood. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty bummed out we're not going to see each other this summer. You guys make my job interesting and I miss you. But just because we can't be together in person doesn't mean that we won't be able to do some fantastic STEM activities this summer. So every Monday I'll be back here with a new video for y'all. Supplies that go with that week's video will be available at the drive-thru over at the main library. Remember though that our supplies are limited, so make sure you grab your gear early. All right, enough of me yakking, let's do some science. So this week we're going to be making crossbows that will shoot Q-tips. But before we get started, I have a caveat. Yes, you guessed it, do not shoot these at other people or at animals. I don't want you to shoot anyone's eye out. All right, so to make a Q-tip crossbow, you need 4 craft sticks, 4 Q-tips, 2 buttons, 2 rubber bands, 1 piece of a straw, and a bag of glue. So to get started, we are going to take our craft sticks, our glue bag, and 1 of the Q-tips, and the rest of these items we will use later. And what we're going to do to get started is open up the bag and get some glue on your Q-tip and get it on the craft stick and double stack them. We're going to do the same thing with the other 2 craft sticks. So one of the important things to remember today is that we are using Elmer's glue, and Elmer's glue can take a while to fully dry sometimes. So whereas I'm pulling out completed projects, understand that that is just the magic of filmmaking and not how long it takes to actually dry. And you do have to wait till these actually dry because it will not hold together if it's still wet. So after you glue these 2 guys together, you are going to put a good dab of glue on one of them and just cross it up. All right, so after that dries, you will have something like this that's pretty solid. And what you want to do is you want to flip it to where the vertical beam on this is on top. And from there, you want to take your glue and put 2 big dollops on either end right here. And we're going to glue the buttons to this. Now these are what will hold your rubber band that will be your firing mechanism. So I would suggest hanging them a little bit over the top so it has a good place to hang on. All right, and you want to let that dry. And then you want to get some glue there and glue your straw segment on. All right, this part is the most difficult part that does not want to stick, and if you move it before it is dry, it will throw a fit and just break off. So you want to leave that dry fully before you try to fire this. All right, so when you have a fully dried project, you're going to take your rubber band and apply it on there. And to do that, you're going around like this. They're hooking onto these buttons and then back on the back. All right, and so we have our remaining Q-tips. To load it, you just stick it in there. And to fire it, you will release the rubber band that way. So one of the things that I found was really useful for firing this is to cut the end off one of the Q-tips. So you stick it in there and boom. All right, so there's lots of ways to do this and ways you can improve. So do what you can, show me what you got, and see if you can make this better. All right, so that's cool, but let's talk about how it works. So to do that, we have to understand energy, and energy is just the ability of something to do things. We have kinetic energy and potential energy. Potential energy is when something stores energy within itself due to stress, or its position in relation to other objects, or an electric charge, or whatever. There's a whole lot of reasons. But Today, when we pulled back the rubber band, we put it under stress, and that stress gave it potential energy. Kinetic energy is the energy something has because a force has been applied to it. So if we take a Q-tip and we just chuck it across the room, we apply a force and we give it kinetic energy. What we did today was we put the rubber band under stress, we gave it potential energy. When we released the rubber band, we transformed that energy into kinetic energy. And when the rubber band hits the Q-tip, it transfers that energy to the Q-tip, which is what makes it fly across the room. Pretty cool. So all right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope you enjoyed physics nerdiness, and I cannot wait to see you back next week. If you have any questions or comments about today's video, feel free to comment on this video or to phone over at the main library. Our number is 231-3770. All right, stay safe and don't get COVID.